Being a special needs teacher before I became assistant principal, I dealt with a lot of at-risk kids. And a lot of the at-risk kids, from my experience, don't want to be a part of anything.
RUFF began on December the 10th of 2010 at Heritage Elementary School. And a couple months before that, I had met with about 5 adults, with a police officer and SRO, and we were talking about what these young men need, what they're lacking in life, confidence, leadership skills. The summer before that, I was in Washington, D.C., and I got to meet Erin Grewal from Freedom Riders. And I remember her saying, do something big. And that stuck in my mind, and I told those guys at that meeting, we have to do something big.
He's RUFF.
And he's RUFF too.
RUFF stands for Ready Yourself for the Future.
Things that the RUFF program teaches you to do on a day-to-day basis is always go against the crowd. Don't always do what everybody else is doing. They can be simple things like sitting with the kid at lunch who doesn't have any friends, or a new kid that doesn't really know his way around. And it's been really cool because at first you start talking to them and you're like, oh, this isn't really the right thing to do, we don't have anything in common. But by the end of the conversation, you know, you're making jokes, you're laughing with each other, and you realize, hey, you know, he's actually not that bad.
RUFF is open to all boys with a wide variety of academic abilities and family situations.
We have 3 big key areas. We have integrity first, we have commitment to excellence, and lead by example. That's kind of like our 3 big areas that we really try to focus on the boys with.
A lot of people don't like me. They bully me around and stuff, and I just let it go by. I don't really care. I'm just like, just move on.
When something is going wrong, all it takes is one person to say, this is wrong, we shouldn't be doing this. And that little bit of courage, that little bit of leadership can turn into big changes.
The RUFF program gives them an outlet to feel like they're a part of something. We've gone to different events, and those same kids that got in trouble last year, they feel empowered, they feel involved, they feel a part of the community when RUFF does events throughout Madison.
Last Saturday we did Kicking It Rough for autism awareness, and we want to give back to the community. And we did some research on some programs here in town, and we found out, you know, there is a lot of great things going on in the community with autism, people helping out, but we just wanted to step in that role and help out as well. And so we came up with a kickball tournament. We had 8 teams participate, lots of vendors, great turnout, and it was just a great day for the young men to see that, yes, we can help somebody else out. And that's what we want to teach them. It's not about them, it's about somebody else.
I felt like I did something good for those kids. They enjoyed it. They would all come up to me, they'd give me hugs, and they were just having fun. They were running around, playing stuff.
We've seen it grow from the original beginnings at Heritage Elementary School. Now then it's grown to Discovery Middle School, it's grown to other middle schools.
The leadership roles that the RUFF students participate in here at Discovery, the primary thing that they do is they lead tours of any of our new students that come in. Also, whenever we have visitors in the building, we have special events, we have dignitaries and things like that come to the building. They're always there to greet them. They're dressed appropriately, they shake their hand, they're so polite.
Just to show them, these are some of the positive things that you need to do in life to be successful.
At the very beginning of February, we did How to Treat a Lady class. We went to Outback Steakhouse. We had Lillian from the community came out, and she talked to the boys about the silverware and, you know, pulling a chair out for a lady. And, you know, as men, we're kind of failing in that in this day and age. You know, open the door for the lady whenever you're going out to dinner, or just something like that. After that, we had a Mama's Boy dinner and around Valentine's Day, and it was just great. You know, the boys were just using those skills to help out their moms, and it turned out to be an awesome activity.
What I really love about RUFF is Anthony's compassion and his desire to help these kids overcome the obstacles that they're going through and all the anger that they're feeling.
Having them to go to Turner Field to see a Braves game, you know, to wear a t-shirt representing an organization, and they've never been a part of something, it's a big change for those kids.
We learned about integrity while we were camping. So we'd gather around like a campfire and we'd talk about character, integrity, citizenship, and good things like that.
We did a drill there where the boys crossed the road, and you brought up a situation about maybe a child in a home that maybe didn't have both parents or had a problem of some sort, and the kids stepped across the road if that was an effect on them. And it was just gripping to me because kids were stepping across and had, you know, a lot of things you would never imagine a child have to deal with. And seeing the other kids that didn't have that situation be able to support them and going to their aid.
Yes, how many people did not know their father? And 5 kids went up. One was really young, and some other boys and like that. And you know, that really shook me. A lot of kids were just staring. And I think what we did to help out those kids was that it's all right to express yourself. You don't have to bottle everything, you know, you don't need to keep everything a secret. You can let it out. We're all here for you.
I think it's making responsible citizens. And I think that one of our key elements that we have in education is preparing future leaders for our country, and I think this is also meeting those needs.
In about 3.5 years, we've had over 700 boys go through the program. We have 150 active right now. And it's just, we're in 16 schools. I tell everybody right now it's like a wildfire and nobody's putting it out, and that's great.
Ready yourself for the future.
It's time for you to get rough.
It's so much easier to become a part of something when you see someone else care for your child's heart and soul as much as you do. And that's what we love about RUFF.